We're going to look at another exciting session, and we're going to bring all of them onto the stage. May I please invite the esteemed panel. That is Kurian Thomas, Director of Marketing and Administration, Viga Land Homes. Krishnan, BK, Senior Vice President, Asia News Network Private Limited. V. Umanath, Managing Editor, Media News for You. Of course, Sharad Mohan, General Manager, Sales and Marketing. Pulkit Steel Private Limited to please join us on stage. Sujata Singh, President, South Havas Media, India. This is going to be moderated by Princey Roy, co-founder and CEO, Hewala Services. Am I excited to see female leaders on stage? Yes. So what the audience is going to do is going to cheer louder. Come on, you can do better.
Good evening, everybody. I hope you all had your cup of coffee. And thank you so much. Before I start the panel, I think I have to thank Shankar and his lovely team for organizing such a wonderful, session. This is my first at the South India Media Summit, and after I started my own company, and Shankar was like, you have to be there. And I think I didn't want to argue with that, so I'm there. And, when Shankar asked you to come, you have to come. And this topic, when he told me that you be a moderator, this topic is very personal to me. I've been in this business for a very long time, so I understand what this topic means. And I guess CTV has been in conversation for a very long time, and it's been a big debate whether it is the future of television, where is it going? There's a lot of conversation around it. And so we have a lovely panel here today who probably will decipher what CTV exactly means, what's the future of television, where is it going, and I hope we are able to create a thought-provoking session. So I'll start with a simple question and with the topic. So when you hear, CTV or future of television, what is the first thing that comes to your mind? And do you really believe this terminology, or you think it's just another fancy word from the ad tech world? So any one of you can answer.
Today, the homes our homes became a dual TV scenario, while the cable comes through the to the television. The remote functions as multiple options. So you have a hybrid box which helps you to view the regular broadcast content. At the same time, you also have an internet-connected options loaded with apps and other options, which is of our convenience. So one side, it is appointment viewing. On the other side, it is apna time, prime time. That's it.
Anybody else want to take this up?
Yeah, hi. Good afternoon, all. This is Krishnan here. I am from Asianet News. Princey, the good thing is that whether it is linear television or ZTV, end of the day, television exists. Television is going on. So like few years back, there was this narration that print is over, television is taken over, and now the recent past you have television is over, digital is taking over, right? But then the good news is that television in whatever format is there, it is going to continue. And as some of the previous things, the juice in television is still there, and it is only that we need to take it and drink. Whichever way it is, juice is there.
So do you think CTV is an evolved form of television?
Yes, of course. It's an evolved form of television. In both the format, linear TV and CTV, both is going to remain in the market. As Mr. Krishnan told, this is not going to vanish off for the time being. Because if the statistics, if you take in India, India is the largest country in the world, which has got 89% of the digital penetration happened. And that too in Tier 1, Tier 2, Tier 3 cities, it is keep on increasing. The government's initiatives and everything helps all these digital formats to sustain and more number of viewers are going to increase. Likely he told print is not going to be finished and television also is not going to be finished. Everything will be remaining and going much more larger. And the kind of innovations with the AI supported and data oriented systems which is generating in the market which helps customers like us wanted to reach to the right targets in whichever market lying. And the electronic goods penetration, if you take another format, recently one article came, almost 90% gas cylinder has been got penetrated into the rural market. Parallelly, all these things, electronic gadgets, is going to penetrate the tier 2, tier 3 cities, and that naturally will expand the scope of CTV as well as linear TVs also. So the future is much believed to be very strong.
Both are here to stay.
Yeah, yeah.
You want to add something, Sujata?
So I think, this is a change which is here to stay. If you look at the stats, CTV household has kind of doubled in last 2 years. We see that impact in ad spends as well. So I wouldn't say it is an evolution of television. It is a combination of television and digital, because you're not watching the same content that you watch on television. It's a different content that you are watching on CTV. So for the larger question, which is basically, linear TV and CTV, whether, are we going to write the obituary of linear TV? That time is, way too far. We are such a large country that, there is going to be both format or both forms of television consumption. However, having said that, linear TV is what is kind of witnessing an accelerated growth.
Thank you so much. Corinne, I have a question for you. So real estate has always been print heavy. It has been probably television also to a large extent. Do you see CTV becoming your front page for your category with the added advantage of targeting data, audiences?
Yes, definitely, because especially in real estate itself, now we have started segmenting our real estate division into township projects. Now we are focused into the boutique apartments. That's a different kind of a model which working out in real estate. Boutique apartments is something which is very unique, which offers customers very focused kind of luxury with a limited number of units. That's what we call the boutique apartments. So when we work in boutique apartments with a luxury, kind of things which has got a ticket size of minimum 2 crore plus, we very much focus into the CTV and the print. And if I take my experience, whenever we worked on CTV, we also, like to understand that the larger size of the TV, more than 50 inches, above the 35 inches, that actually, owned by the rich class. And we focused into that, and that kind of approach helps us to yield the result and reach to the right target. And not only that, a lot of innovations are possible with the database available under CTV. So there are a lot of dimensions which we can adopt. And of course, we use the linear TV also, because if you take major things, if something happens in the country, whether it is Operation Sindoor, whether a cricket match yesterday happened in India Park, people depend upon the linear TV for the news contents and all that. So the thing is that both the mix, how you wanted to utilize, the way you wanted to place your brand, whether you want to have a brand communication on a mass scale or you wanted to have a focused approach, it's a mix which helps actually people like us to have a choose on time to time. So in that way, it helps a lot.
So you're saying your media mix will definitely have CTV as a line
Definitely,
item,
media mix not only helps, it gives an opportunity to scale up our, kind of activities in much stronger way.
Much stronger. Yeah, fair enough. My next question is to Uma. You are the broadcaster. Sorry, Unnikrishnan, sorry.
Yeah.
Unnikrishnan. You are the broadcaster. You guys have owned the living room for the longest time.
Yes.
Now with CTV, the data and targeting sits with the platform, right? And devices. So do you see this as a chance for broadcaster to reinvent and lead? Or will the tech players own this game?
Well, that's a very nice question. In fact, as what Sujata ma'am was rightly telling, this is not a linear TV and CTV. Both are totally different platforms. Though the content is the same.
Same, yeah.
The advertiser, the way, as our Mr. Kurian was saying, the advertisers mix into advertising into a CTV will be different from that of a linear TV. So I don't feel or I don't see a challenge there. But then, as Mr. Ramsay was saying in the previous this thing, see, CTV is like, I can't even call as 1/3 of the linear TV's penetration, but then definitely the reach and penetration will increase. And it presently serves SEC A or A+. So as long as it doesn't go down, I don't see a threat there, basically. Go down to SEC, BC or whatever. But having said that, as how she was telling, it is more a digital driven content there rather than what we provide as such in terms of just television content basically is. So yeah, I don't really find a big difference there. But then,
But is this pushing you to build your own data ecosystem?
in fact, yes.
Yeah.
See, we have to openly embrace whatever is coming in. So if we are like kind of resistant to whatever is the
Happening
future,
around you, yes.
and we just say that it's just narration, and then there isn't any point in heeding to it, it is kind of ringing that bell. So what we need to do, or what we are, as far as Asianet News is concerned, what we are planning to do is that explore the possibilities of how this can evolve into a better medium. Package it in such a way that both linear and CTV kind of coexist
together.
and it benefits the broadcasters. End of the day, the content is the
Absolutely.
same, right?
The content is the king,
That's
so
right.
there's no shying away from that. Sharat, I have a question for you.
Yeah,
Your
ma'am.
industry is extremely different from your regular advertisers,
Yes,
right?
I think I'm the only panelist coming from building material.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
So-
it is very tricky industry. Unlike other panelists, they have a product to the end user.
No, you are the backbone of probably
Yeah,
lot of
infrastructure.
industry,
Yeah.
right?
We
You are
fall
the
under
backbone.
infrastructure. To just add on, India is growing year on year by GDP close to 7 to 8%, out of which building material alone contributes close to 8%. So one of the largest contributor to the nation is the building material industry. So people are only aware about cement, steel, paints. There are close to 100 products or 100 materials is required to construct a end or a final home. Okay, as an end user, I would slightly differ from the other gentleman. There is a huge potential for TV channels itself to get into the depthness. Other than cement, steel, and paint, they are not even pitching to a lot of categories like pipes, furnitures, fittings, exteriors, interiors. So many, there's a huge potential for this category itself.
So are you saying you are a category that none of us have targeted to reach out to?
You are all in a very comfort zone.
So all the salespeople who are sitting here, please, you know who to talk to.
So you all are in very comfort zone, only targeting to
No,
cement,
I
steel,
think
and
I think you're absolutely right that somewhere we all go to
Lot
the
of-
usual suspects, and we don't.
huge potential is there. Lot of products are
So can you tell me your
unbranded.
media budget or something?
I'm just representing steel category, but I'm
Okay.
telling a lot of opportunities is there in terms of the product. We are limited to probably AI is coming, digital is coming, but there is a lot of space for these medias also.
But do you see CTV as a space for you to talk
No,
to your
first
audience?
I'm talking about TV itself,
It's still not explored
touched.
full.
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
TV will be a best medium to build the brand, whatever
Yeah.
may be the product. Even for a pipe company, even for a fittings company, even for a adhesive, lot of chemicals, construction chemicals are coming. New products are coming in the industry. As a building material, lot of innovations are happening in the industry.
Yes, I'm
So
sure.
we are not pitching them.
So your first journey has to first,
Correct.
explore the
And
linear.
cement, for your information, ma'am, cement contributes close to 8 to 9% to the nation's GDP,
Wow.
followed by steel, 3 to 5%. Okay, such a huge potential.
Huge
Only
potential.
in these two materials I'm talking. Just take paints, your adhesives, lot of scope is there, and lot of regional players are there. We are focusing only like brands like Tata, JSW, Ultratech. Lot of small kings are there. It's like Charan, Soran, Pandian, Pallavas. Each brand is having their own market share and they are number one. Suppose, for example, Coimbatore, if I take, There is a national player like JSW is having a market share of suppose 10 to 12%. There's a local player who's having 20% of the market share in this same market. So out of 100% of the market share, only 20% is being contributed by national brands. The rest 80% is being contributed by the regional brands, which we have not even.
Yeah, I guess we all sometimes behave like frog in a well.
So, I mean, then comes your CTV, whatever innovations in
Yes,
TV
yes,
and all.
yes.
My only suggestion is, a lot of entrepreneurs do not know how to make the product as a brand.
Valid.
And Tamil Nadu specifically contributes 25 lakh tons of cement is sold in Tamil Nadu. That is the data. And it is growing year on year 5 to
No,
7%.
but while, I'm happy taking the blame from this part of the business that, okay, we did not reach out, but could also be that, somewhere there is no conscious effort from your industry to talk to the end user. You talk to your...
It's highly unorganized industry. I agree to that. This category do not have an end user, don't have a direct approach to the end user. It is
Yes.
rooted to the trade marketing or a
Yes.
channel partner.
Channel partner,
A dealer dealer is just an investor. Then comes your influencer. It's like a pharma industry. If a doctor prescribes, the patient has to buy the medicine. Similar, if there are a lot of influencers are there, like in especially like tier 2, it's a tier 1 city only. Engineers dominate
Yes.
the influencers, followed by contractors, followed by masons. If you go interior of Tamil Nadu or tier 2, tier 3, where more into down deep villages, mason contributes. Okay. So we have to have a communication strategy for each, influencers. I cannot speak the same language to a mason and the same communication to an engineer. I cannot give a communication for a dealer which may not relate to the engineer.
Engineer, yeah.
So there is these are the challenges. All the challenges are the opportunity for us.
Absolutely. I think it's a great opportunity for us
Huge.
to explore a new revenue stream
And I'm
altogether.
telling you, Tamil Nadu is one of the fastest growing, economy in South India. Do you agree? I think everyone will agree.
Absolutely,
There
absolutely.
is a lot of things are happening, and I think probably next 5 years or 10 years down the line, an end user will come to a store. Okay, he will just negotiate for the overall construction of the house. He is not bothered about what cement, what steel you're using.
No.
He will come to a store. It will have all under products, all under one roof, and it will save the time and energy of the end user.
End user. Yeah. True. I agree with you. Thank you so much.
Thanks.
Uma, my next question is to you. You come from news, and you keep meeting. You meet all of us, right? You meet the brand, you meet the tech platform, you meet agencies. From your perspective, what's the most interesting shift you see in how the industry is really approaching CTV? Or they're just thinking this as one more vehicle to advertise?
Before getting into it, I will just thank Sharad's stand because he has straight away put a question on the person only, right? Ad sales and the person in my left and media agency owner.
Yes,
you both are
opportunity.
not doing enough for the segment.
No, I think all of us.
And
made
then
us, all of us think.
finally he put up question to the brand owners themselves. The real estate
Totally.
brands will run for their money down the line because the people will directly go and negotiate with them in a couple of years. So really a bold statement
No,
that
no,
you
but-
have made.
yeah,
Really.
amazing.
That's off to
Yeah,
you. Coming to the thing. So out of 2.68 trillion media entertainment economy across India, we need to agree that digital is taking a lead. Having said that, obviously, CTV is one that's right now, according to Group M data, it is standing at 65 million homes, which is 30% of the overall TV homes.
Yes.
So again, obviously, if it is growing at that level, my understanding is that while yes, television is still a dominant player who's playing a very constructive role in terms of reach. But at the same time, recently I got the opportunity to judge the Smarties, MMA Smarties awards. In that, I got an opportunity to sample near about some hundreds of entries. Out of that, I could see that the CTV as a medium was excellently exploited by the media today. And the way innovative campaigns have been executed for precise targeting, and particularly it comes with so much of targeting initiative. So if you want to do some targeted innovative campaigns, yes, CTV is there. And for captive audience, yes, that is there. But having said that, you also have platforms like DD Free Dish, which is reaching out to 50 to 60 million homes, which is again another huge potential, which talks about the mighty power of the television still that dominates the Hindi heartland. And of course, when it comes to the markets like South Indian markets, which are almost 90 plus percentage of the cable homes or TV homes are all TV home. I mean, TV penetration has reached 90 plus percentage. And still TV has the potential to reach out to that. So this is one side I'm looking at. And within CTV, if you look at, there are segments like fast channels, which is like platforms like we have Distro TV, we have Samsung Plus TV.
Yes.
These are all fast is nothing but free ad service television, which is similar to the free-to-air FTA channels that are being aired on the broadcast or satellite networks. So that is again dominating around 40% of the CTV segment. This is another interesting aspect which is likely to grow at somewhere around 73% at a compound annual growth rate. And the ad potential is standing somewhere around 80 million INR in the coming years. So this all gives a clear picture that while the agencies, media planners, on the other hand, AI, again, it started getting into the, media planning, buying everywhere. So it will have a larger impact. Tomorrow, it will decide where your spot, when your spot needs to be placed. That will be decided by AI down the line in couple of months. I don't want to say years because it is already there. It is just matter of someone coming out with the beta version ready. And by then, things will be decided by AI. Of course, it is going to give more, a better reach for the brand owners. Brand owners will have a very interesting, innovative options. On the other hand, they will also have a complex situation of decision making, where to go, how to go, and all that. So it is a tough task for the agencies also to decide carefully how to bet it, where to bet it, when to bet it. And how closely work with the marketers or the brand owners. And this is the scenario as of now I have observed, and going forward, it will be interesting to see how the market transforms.
And you still, with smart TV penetration increasing and smart TV becoming affordable, data becoming affordable, you still feel that, CTV will still has its course of journey. It will take like how many years for CTV to actually reach where probably linear TV is?
Obviously, the mad rush that's been triggered by the GST drop, of course, you can see that, you can get the feelers from the e-commerce platforms that it is real mad rush that, and out of that, the panels or the smart TVs were one of the highest selling. I was talking to a retailer, Vasant & Co, very recently, where he was sounding that these are one of the fastest moving in addition to the devices, mobile or smart devices. That also adds to the acceleration. Definitely CTV is going to grow since the tier 2, tier 3 towns are the major contributors for CTV growth right now, which are more than the metros. That is another data point that we have been witnessing. So this is also adding to multiply CTV. CTV is definitely going to grow. Television has to find a way to exploit TV. I would like to slightly differ with our panelists. Of course, OTT, through OTT, people are watching TV. They are converting the appointment viewing into Apna time. So there, around 45% of the TV content is being viewed on digital. That's also need to be taken into consideration. So when you look at those aspects, yes, definitely CTV will have its way. So on the other side, when you come to the brands, recently LV Krishnan from TAM, he has quoted in one forum where he said that television was having 2 lakh brands across India. But with the addition of CTV and streaming, the number of brands advertising in India has gone to 6.5 lakhs, which is 3x more than what. So it clearly shows that there are television agnostic brands, digital only brands which are emerging. D2C brands are best example for that. They are purely emerging and they are exploiting, and maybe for the future scaling they may have to look at differently, but at the entry level they are really doing wonderful job, and that's something that needs to be taken both the television or TV broadcasters has to take note of actually.
Thank you so much. So basically, we both have to work hand in hand. That's important. Obviously. Sujata, I have a question for you. Agencies have always been the architects of how brands sees television. With CTV, the rules seem to be rewritten by data and tech platforms. So do you see agencies leading this redefinition, or is there a risk of letting platforms shape the future of CTV?
So I wouldn't say platform, I would say it will be audience.
Okay.
So everybody follows audience, be it platform or be it advertiser. Uh, I think one of the one question that you had asked earlier, which is to do with platform owning the data and therefore the impact of that. Uh, See, as an equal custodian of brand growth or business growth, agencies are keeping pace with the changes and keeping our stakeholders informed in terms of what is next and what is new, and therefore how do we kind of navigate that journey. Having said that, what CTV is kind of offering to not just the platform but also the broadcaster is that, till now we have been dependent on 50,000 BARC household panel. Now you have data for millions and millions of household, and you have the real data. So that offers you a lot of opportunity in terms of what content is really working, and there is no extrapolation. That is the real data. So that's one. The second thing is, CTV, while we might call it a new thing, but this is something that television has also tried 10 years back. If you remember Amagi and AdShark, that's exactly what they were trying to do, and we did not get success, but that is what right now CTV is at that particular stage. So I would just say that it is going to be impactful, and we'll have to just see where our audiences are. There'll be audiences for CTV, there'll be audiences for linear TV. An agency will play a definite role to help brands reach out to their audience in best possible manner.
So when you make your media mix, when you do your planning, where does CTV fit in the overall scheme of things? Like, is it the additional line item, or is it a thought through addition that, okay, fine, I need CTV?
No. So it starts from what the objective is and what we are trying to achieve. So, it will start from where the source of business is, who is going to be driving business. If I have a set of audiences whom I can reach out through CTV, then CTV is going to be part of the plan. So that would be the justification. We are no longer looking at CTV as an additional line item. CTV will be part of the plan if it makes sense. If it is a widely distributed product which is reaching out from tier 1 to tier 3, 4 rural audiences, obviously, there is a case for linear TV because that gives you the lowest cost per reach. But if you have a brand which is, catering to, say, a tier 1 metro audiences, NCCSA, urban affluent audiences, then obviously, CT will be there.
And the success of your campaigns, when you're doing linear TV plus probably you're doing CTV, is the success matrix same, or it'll be completely
The success metric is, the similar thing. So when you are doing any campaign, you want to see two things. You want to see the impact on business. You want to see the impact on brand. And that's how you are kind of measuring it. There are a lot of brand lift studies happen. Okay, I haven't seen any brand lift study which says that there hasn't been any lift. But the true measure of the lift is lift in business. And, with CTV, there are multiple ways in which brand is actually, measuring the true impact on the business. As in, there are A/B tests that the brands are doing it. There are, test control scenarios that the brands are doing it. So, yeah, so that is being kept in mind. And the measure of success is the same, irrespective of what the touch point is.
Yeah, fair enough, makes sense. Thank you so much. I have a question for you. So, how should a brand like yours, as an advertiser, think about frequency on CTV when the same household might be streaming across multiple devices and platforms?
Yeah, that whole thing depends upon the purpose and objective what we are having in our mind, because we will plan accordingly. Like ma'am has told earlier, clearly, if whether I need to go to the linear TV, whether I need to use a CTV, that entire thing depends upon my objective to reach out which audience and what should be the communication to whom I should be given. So the clearly once if I define on it, I'll have a mix of it and I will design on it. There is no standardized kind of principle which you have to put it across, to decide on your decision making on selecting the mix of the platforms. So it completely depends upon the objective. For example, sometime I used to do linear TV completely, and sometime I only go for the CTV with one of my product, with one of my communication customized and designed to reach to my targets. So in that way, we have to play. The marketer should have that kind of an idea and the skill to identify how the platforms to be utilized and the need to be communicated to your right target.
So you clearly have a very set idea of what kind of products you should advertise on CTV versus what
Yes, for that we use the data support and we use the existing customer feedbacks. We completely go along with the data analytics, and there are tools available wherein you can figure out what will perform and what won't perform and where you need to play. Even we have got a data analytics according to the channels, according to the reach and all that things. So we plan according to that.
Okay, fine. Thank you so much. No, so my question to you is that will CTV force us to define what we mean by prime time, or would that still be a concept that probably will exist for linear TV?
Okay, let me disrupt the whole thing.
Okay.
See, I don't remember it is, was it 2018 or 19? The IA convention happened in Cochin. So the whole narration then was digital taking over, and the whole point, what I was sitting in the audience, I was feeling is the entire gamut of things were like, kind of pushing the fact that it is going to be a digital future. Well, Corona did accelerate it, and then it is now a ground reality. Now, looking back, I see a similar scenario wherein the whole narration is going saying that CTV is going to be the future. But I personally feel, in this audience, SCCA predominantly, all of you are having smart televisions at home. Now, can any one of you rise and say who's watching CTV here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Not even half.
No, I think people are not raising their hands.
Come on, please. On a jovial method, I was just, my South head Pradeep was there. So I just was telling Pradeep, let's just find out before this conversation is going. What is the perception of people between TV and CTV? It's just a pakka low-level joke, but still. I asked a couple of people in my own company, CTV is when TV is on, you're seeing TV. Okay, there was one guy who was very, very clear in telling this. Huh? So I was thinking, okay, this guy doesn't even know what CTV is. Okay, fine. That is from a person who is in the industry. Okay. So possibly, having said that, I'm not saying that, CTV is not going to be the future or whatever it is. But as of now, it might take mighty good time uh, to decide which is going to be the prime time as far as CTV is concerned. Because the penetration needs to go
Increase.
as Umanath was rightly saying, we just have, say, 30 or 35% of penetration as far as CTV is concerned. Even though we are all users of smart TV, we still go back to the remote and to the cable or an OTT platform and consume the product. So CTV still, I may be biased in telling you this, but then CTV still has long way to go.
Fair enough. So I think, we already, the time is up, and in fact, I had a lot more questions, but, we're short of time. So it's clearly, yeah.
Add one thing,
Sure.
that CTV still has a lot of traffic-related questions that needs to be addressed, because ill-reported traffics are a major concern for CTV. And
You're talking from a device perspective or
no, lack
the
of measurement. Television,
measurement?
so though there are questions on the number of panels for BARC, which is around 50,000, but still they have a currency, solid currency in the name of TVR. But digital, it is still a walled garden where the numbers are being not disclosed to the brands. Brand owners, they rarely get to know. Only if they are advertising, they will get some kind of data.
No, I
And
think that's not 100% correct. Matlab, there's a lot of data that is there around. I'm sure Sujata must have done.
I think what we are used to is looking at TVRs and stuff.
Yes,
That has
exactly.
become a currency. Now we have digital as a medium which has come up with a new terminology, CPM and impressions and stuff, which I think BARC has also started
Started
sharing,
it,
right?
huh.
So they have, BARC also shares the impression. So, what digital does not have is top 10 programs, top performing stuff, but it does have impressions and stuff. And since it is being extensively used across the board by advertisers of, all shapes and sizes, I would believe that it is working for them. The only thing is, unlike television where you get competition data, you get overall performance,
Which you
digital
do
is
not get,
giving
you
can
don't
only
get here, yes.
how is your campaign doing, and that is
true.
one challenge which is obviously
Because
there.
somewhere CTV is in the cusp of digital or television, right?
we also don't have a unified metric.
Yes,
Which is
so
measurement rate.
I'm sure which will evolve. So I think with that, one thing I'm very clear, the future of television is very secure. And CTV, yes, like Unni said, it's a long journey, but it's going to get there at some point. I'm sure we'll see a lot more brands like Pushpit's tea. Yes.
My only suggestion is, while pitching the client, both the teams have to come and pitch.
Both the TVs have to come and pitch.
Both the teams. That is
Okay.
the channel
Teams have
team
to come and pitch.
and the digital team.
Okay.
Together, if they come and pitch, client understanding will be, because digital team always complains about TV, TV's performance, and they confuse
He's
the
talking
branded.
He is talking blatant
Yes,
truth.
totally.
Okay.
No.
So if it's the same organization, suppose for example, it's a bigger agency who have both digital and TV team, they both have to pitch together, give a proper solution. Digital works for, digital may not be, it is a new medium. It takes its own time to settle down. Okay. So you should have a proposal, or the team should explain to the management or the brand managers there, 80% or 30% should be digital, 70% should be TV. Some kind of a combo. Should be a combo.
The way you're saying, I think it's a very ideal scenario, and I would love, I've been salesperson for a very long time, but unfortunately TV and the discussion around both the things is very different, because TV generally is taken, people think awareness. The moment it comes to digital, it's all about performance. So the journey becomes very different, but yes, completely feedback taken that.
TV is a mass medium, no doubt. It doesn't
But
address
you think
the,
digital
it does,
is not
it doesn't
becoming a mass
address-
medium?
It doesn't address the right TG. It is throw in the air, TV. But digital, you have that option.
You have the option, yes.
You can hit whom you want to hit, or to that TG. So it should be a collaborative effort.
Collaboration, absolutely. I
Then
totally agree.
it is any innovations is always welcomed properly if it been explained by the media people to the clients. That is my only
Thank you
suggestion.
so much. I think for all the salespeople, ad salespeople, if there are any, you should take this feedback, both offline and online teams. And thank you so much. I think it was a wonderful session. And again, the future of television is very, very bright.
Wow, wonderful to hear that. A big round of applause for this fabulous moderator who brought out amazing conversations right here. New definition for CTV, we saw that. Yes, on that note, may I please invite Mr. Nikhil from Prudent Media to felicitate our fabulous panelists and moderator onto the stage. I also invite Althea from Truecaller and Pavan from Mutual PR to please join us. This is the penultimate session, ladies and gentlemen. And the excitement, the energy,